YouTube, it's MG here and welcome to the first ever episode of The Colors of Mexico. The Colors of Mexico is a series that I made up to share a glimpse of Mexican culture, tradition, history, and well, everything that makes Mexico colorful. On this episode, since it's January 6th, we're going to talk about Dia de Reyes, which translates into the Day of the Three Wise Men, celebrated today, January 6th. The Bible, particularly Matthew's Gospel, refers to the Magi, or the Three Wise Men, who came all the way from the east to worship baby Jesus after they saw the star rise. On their way to meet baby Jesus, they were intercepted by King Herod, who wanted to kill Jesus out of fear of losing his throne. He asked them to find baby Jesus and then tell him his location. However, an angel appeared before the Three Wise Men in a dream and told them not to disclose the location of baby Jesus, just so he wouldn't get killed. So the Three Wise Men didn't tell anything to Herod and decided to take a different route back home. Now, Matthew's Gospel does not say how many Three Wise Men there were. However, it does say that they brought 3 gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So it is generally interpreted that there were 3 wise men. Also, the Bible does not say where they came from. It does say they came from the east, but east of Jerusalem is quite a big reference. They could come from other places in the Middle East, they could come from India, Far Asia. All we know is that they didn't come from America. On Byzantine art, they are portrayed as wearing Persian clothing, which implies they came from Persia. In the Spanish Catholic Church, and hence the Mexican Catholic Church, the 3 wise men are depicted in order to represent a country. So Melchior has light skin and light hair, and he also rides a horse to represent he comes from Europe. Now Casper, who represents Asia, has olive skin, dark hair, and a beard. He also rides a camel in order to represent the Middle East. And finally, Balthasar has dark skin and rides an elephant. Hence, he comes from Africa. I do think it's a little bit stereotypical, but I think it's great all continents are represented. Technically speaking, the Day of the Three Wise Men is called the Day of the Epiphany, the day in which Jesus Christ revealed himself as God incarnate. Therefore, it is a very important day for Catholic culture. Therefore, the Day of the Three Wise Men is celebrated in many regions where Catholicism is widespread, such as Spain, Portugal, Poland, Bavaria, New Orleans, Uruguay, Argentina, Paraguay, and of course, Mexico. Which begs the question: first of all, the 3 wise men brought 3 presents to Jesus Christ: gold to represent he was king, frankincense to represent he was a god, and myrrh to represent he was a man, hence representing the dual nature of Jesus Christ. So now, in Mexico, same way that the 3 wise men brought presents to Jesus Christ, they bring presents to the kids who behaved well. But how does that happen? The 3 wise men are thought to live up in the sky, specifically in 3 stars, most commonly known as Orion's belt. Orion's belt is a constellation that is visible from the northern hemisphere during the winter months. Since the 3 wise men are thought to live up in the sky, in order to present their request, children write letters, tie them up to a balloon, and send it up to the sky. Then, on the morning of January 6th, they find presents under their tree, or maybe next to their nativity. Originally, Mexican children would only get presents from the 3 wise men. However, due to the influence of American culture in Mexico, since, we share the northern border, the figure of Santa Claus has become more prominent. However, most Mexican kids still get presents from the 3 wise men. And now on to my favorite tradition. But hang on, I gotta go get it. Okay, I'm back. Now, my favorite tradition is Rosca de Reyes, a delicious ring-shaped cake. And you guessed right, it's my favorite because I love food. The Rosca de Reyes derives from the bean cake. The bean cake was served in the 3rd century for the pagan feast of Saturnalia. A bean, or in the case of the very wealthy, a piece of gold, would be hidden in the cake. And now, the founder of the bean, or the piece of gold, would be considered king of the feast. Please note, though, that Rosca de Reyes is not exclusive to Mexico. In Spain and Portugal, they call it roscón. In the roscón, they hide a bean and a figurine of the 3 wise men. The finder of the bean has to pay for the roscón, whereas the finder of the Three Wise Men figurine gets to wear a cardboard crown. Similarly, in some regions of France, Belgium, and Switzerland, they hide a figurine of baby Jesus, and the finder of the figurine has to pay for the cake. In New Orleans, they eat King's Cake from the day of the Epiphany, which is, as we already know, January the 6th, all the way until Mardi Gras, and the finder of the baby Jesus figurine has to pay for the cake next year. Now, Rosca de Reyes is filled with meaning and symbolism. As I was saying, the Rosca de Reyes is filled with meaning. First of all, it is shaped like a circle or oval. This represents that Jesus' love for us is infinite and knows no boundaries. The rosca is also topped with all sorts of candy, which represents all the blessings that the birth of Jesus Christ brings to us. And it also makes for a very delicious dish. The rosca also has 4 sugar crusts, which represents the 4 cardinal points: north, south, east, and west. Like in many other regions, a figurine of Jesus Christ is hidden inside of the rosca, which shows that Jesus Christ had to hide from King Herod, who wanted to kill him. Also, you cut the rosca with a knife, which represents the danger that Jesus Christ was in, since, Herod wanted to kill him. Oh, I found it! I so didn't mean to. I felt like I was going to have to cut it a ton in order to find the figurine, but I found the figurine. Now, the rosca is served with delicious hot chocolate. Did you know that hot chocolate comes from Mexico? But that is subject matter of another episode of The Colors of Mexico. As I was saying, there's a figurine hidden inside of the rosca. The finder of the figurine is considered to be Jesus Christ's godmother or godfather, which means they have to dress him up for the Feast of the Candelaria, and they're also going to be the hosts of La Fiesta de la Candelaria. What is La Fiesta de la Candelaria, you may ask? Well, you're going to have to stay tuned for my next episode of The Colors of Mexico. And now on to what I've been waiting for the most. I really want to eat this. It's so good. Oh, so good. Technically, you're supposed to do this with your family or friends or something, but this is a video, so I'm just eating. So good. So good. And here's the thing now. I had to cut up the box for the rosca, so I don't know what to do with the rest of the rosca. Oh my god. It's so hard to speak 2 languages at the same time. I don't know what to do with the rest of the rosca because I cut up the box, so I cannot put it away, and I cannot eat it all on my own, and it's like 1 a.m. So everyone's asleep, so I'm just eating. And I still have to edit this, so I don't have a fun night ahead of me because it has to be up by tomorrow because I'm a procrastinator. This is so good. The rosca is served with delicious hot chocolate. So good. I was not supposed to eat it for the video, but it's just so good. So good. We will have to do it again. I'm so glad that it literally took me 1 cut to find baby Jesus. Like the little figurine thing. I think it's weird that I'm just filming myself eating. But yeah. Mostly due to the fact that my rosca was already in front of me and I have to stand up to turn the camera off, so I'm just eating. I'm eating hot chocolate. Because hot chocolate is good. It really is. I should probably go change into something more comfortable and start editing.